Good morning, everyone. Hi, this is Todd Sumney, Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart International, and I am with Lisa Fettner from Referral Exchange. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us here today.
Oh, thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, good morning, everyone. So, what we're going to do is Adam is actually going to paste those handouts and a link in the chat, just so you know, Lisa, when you get to that part, and everybody can download them then.
Even better. Great.
Okay. All right. So just to let everyone know, we are watching the chat. We are watching the Q&A open questions while we're talking. But today we're going to go a little bit longer than we normally do because we have a lot of ground to cover with Lisa here today with Referral Exchange. And we're just so excited about what we're starting to do together. We have some big announcements this week at our Growth Summit down in Scottsdale, Arizona. Lisa, you're coming down for that event, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, thank you for doing that, by the way. But so we are going to be launching an amazing referral opportunity, a referral program, and some capability that you all can use to grow your businesses by doing more referrals. So, Lisa, want to let you take it away, and I'll chime in here and there. But thank you for joining us, and tell us what the opportunity is. And let's also talk about how to grow business by referrals. Let's talk about what we can do to get more business.
Perfect. Well, again, thanks for having me. And I'm so looking forward to meeting those of you who are going to be at the summit later this week. Just really quickly, we're going to talk about growing your referral business, but this is us. This is me and Todd.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce you. Go back to the slide.
Yes.
I'm going to introduce you, all right? So
okay, that sounds good.
Lisa's the VP of Marketing for Referral Exchange, and I have known you for years, and I see all the different industry events where you travel often and go help, agents grow their business by working with referrals and helping agents with lead generation, with brand building, and just I thank you for what you're doing for all of the agents, and thank you for being here today on this webinar.
Perfect. Well,
Right.
you
They
are
all know
most
who I
welcome.
am, so they don't need to hear all that. So.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Okay.
Right.
So that's me. I'm with Referral Exchange, and referrals truly and honestly are my passion. And I love when I hear all of our agents who are working with us, and I love hearing their wonderful referral stories. So as you start using the service, and we'll talk a little bit about how to do that a little bit later in the presentation, but as you start doing more referral business, we want to know your success stories. So please tell us what's working and how it's always really fun for me to see the unique and different ways that agents use the service. So I'm going to give you some ideas and ways to grow your referral business today, but love to hear more from you. And there are a couple of tools that I'd love for you to download, and Todd's going to put a link to download these. Right, Todd?
Yep, we're going to paste it right now. Adam's already doing it.
Okay.
He put one link up in the chat.
Okay,
so
great.
Everyone can see that in the chat, and they can click on that link and download these really these two neat little tools that you've created for them. One being 65 ways to turn leads into referrals, and one being a referral planner. Correct?
Yes, absolutely. And we'll talk about some of the different ways that you can use to grow your referral business today. This is the 65 referral tips is a great cheat sheet that you can use just as we follow along and talk about the different systems. I'm going to talk about it as we go through it, but these are more ideas and more ways to increase your referral business. And then the referral planner is a way for you to fill in as we go through some of the different groups that we talk about, for you to identify some different ways that you can grow your referral business. Right. So let's go ahead and get started.
Love it.
In my mind, referrals are like exercise. Sometimes getting referrals is super easy and you're in the zone and people are coming to you right and left with real business. And other times it's just a real slog and nothing that you do seems to move the needle. But like exercise, you need to make referrals a habit that you do. And most agents really think about referrals just as simply, I have a client who's moving, or I have a friend or family member who needs an agent, but there are so many other referral opportunities. And what I want to do today is really expand your referral horizons, so to speak, so that you can help increase your referral business and grow. And the thing to remember about referrals is that any contact, conversation, or connection can be a referral opportunity, as long as you make a habit. But you do need to make a plan and incorporate referrals as part of your business strategy. And when you do, I think you'll be really excited to see what a supplement and a bonus to your business it can be.
I love what you just put up on the screen, though, that think any and every. And every conversation is that opportunity to both expand your sphere, but then you never know when that referral is going to pop up. And that's why sometimes, like you said, it's flowing easy, and there's other times where it takes longer because they don't all pan out. But when I interview top agents all around the country all the time, they all come back to this. They kind of talk, and they've never heard it said in this phrase, think any and every, but that's kind of their mindset.
Absolutely.
I love that you put that up on the screen.
Yeah, so I want you to make referrals part of your muscle memory, so that whenever that opportunity arises, you're there, right there with the question or the comment to get it into your business. And so now let's talk about a couple of different groups that you can pull referrals from. And I know that we talk about sphere of influence. Todd, you just mentioned sphere of influence, but what I want you to think about is how you can expand that sphere of influence a little bit wider. We had a referral come through our service a couple of months ago, and the agent sent in a testimonial about it. She said, I was so excited to get this referral. Turns out we were second cousins. And I was thrilled that she got the referral, but I would have loved that second cousin to know that she was a real estate agent and contact her directly. So your sister obviously knows that you're a real estate agent, but does your sister's husband's brother know that you're a real estate agent? So think of ways and opportunities for you to expand that sphere and let people know that you're an agent. Now, that's a little bit tricky to do, and sometimes it's harder with friends and family members. And we specifically work with friends and family members who will not work with friends and family members. So if they have a friend or a family member who needs an agent, they will refer it out simply because they want to be careful about maintaining that relationship. So when you're reaching out to that group, you need to make it relevant to them. So do things that have meaning on a personal level. So maybe you have a listing that has a backyard similar to the backyard that your grandmother's house had. Or maybe you're helping a buyer who you went to high school with. It. Make it personal and relevant when you're dealing with that expanded sphere. And think of fun and different ways to reach out to that expanded sphere. Say that 5 times fast. And also send it from your work email, because your work email is going to have your signature in it. So it's going to immediately identify you as a real estate agent. And they'll say, oh, I didn't know that Lisa was a real estate agent. Okay, well, that's good to know. And we have an agent who decided to build a family tree. And she sent an email out from her work email and asking for family tree information. And that email got forwarded to that expanded sphere of hers. And she was able to generate additional referral opportunities because now all these people, the sister's husband's brother, now knows that she's a real estate agent. So think about trying to grow that sphere a little bit wider and position yourself as the local expert with global reach. All right? And then we have, I used to have this slide and I used to call it your chance encounters, but in reality, you really want it to be not so chance encounters, because you really want to have a plan and have some icebreaker phrases ready to go. But these are the situations where you run into someone and it comes up in conversation that you're a real estate agent and you provide information to them and you get a referral from it. So it's really setting the stage, and you always want to wear that any and every also applies to logo wear as well. So make sure that you're wearing HomeSmart branded logo wear everywhere you go so that you're immediately identified as a real estate agent, because then you don't have to identify yourself as a real estate agent. If someone has a question, they'll be able to bring it up because they realize that you're the subject matter expert in your business. And then you can answer questions about real estate. But come up with some icebreaker phrases to potentially insert what you do. Perhaps someone is talking about a home that their friend just bought or that they're thinking about remodeling. You can chime in and say, well, you know, I happen to be a real estate agent and I have a great list of contractors that I can forward to your friend. So come up with those ready-made icebreakers in your mind, that muscle memory I was referencing a little bit ago, so that you can bring up the fact that you're in real estate whenever you see someone. But logo wear is really important. It was funny. I did a talk at a conference, I think I was in Maryland, and it was in a hotel, and who lives in hotels, people who are relocating and moving for business. And I was speaking to a group of real estate agents, and I asked them to raise their hand to see who was wearing logo wear during my talk. And I said, if you're not wearing your name tag or you don't have a piece of logo wear on, go to your car at the lunch break and let someone know and put that on so that people know, and then stop by our table and tell us. And I cannot tell you how many agents had left their name tag in the car, because you never know when you're going to have an opportunity to make that connection and meet someone. So I see the blazer with the HomeSmart button on now.
There. And
Perfect.
it is so true. I hear from agents all the time about how logo wear, plus the fact it's cold here in Arizona this morning. But the logo wear that they wear, it does spark conversations with people randomly throughout the day. So they're checking out at the grocery store, and it's someone says, "Oh, my parents are moving," or "My brother's moving," or a lot of times with the HomeSmart pin, we have these little magnetic pins so they can go on any apparel or any clothing without putting a hole through the clothes. And people often ask, like they point to it and they're like, "So what is that? What is it?" It's it's our HomeSmart logo. I'm in real estate, and it can go from there. So I think that's a great point, and I'm glad you're driving that home with all the agents. Great way to increase referrals.
Yep. I even know of an agent who tattooed her company logo on her leg. So you don't have to go so far as to get a tattoo, but get the little pin that Todd is wearing and make sure that you have it on everywhere in any place so that you're ready for those spontaneous opportunities and conversations. Another group that you can reach out to are your local contacts. And those are your professional contacts. They're the service contacts. They're the vendors who you work with every day. And it's not just your local contractor or your local designers or the person who fixes roofs. I just had a roofer. We've had so much rain in the Bay Area. I just had a roofer come because we have a leak. So it's not just those folks, but it's also your doctor or your dentist or your hairstylist, because those are the folks especially who know when someone's new in town or moving into the area. So you want to foster those connections and let people know who you are and what you do, so that if your dry cleaner has a new customer and they're talking about how they just moved to the area, your dry cleaner can say, "Do you need a real estate agent? One of my best customers happens to be an agent, and I can put you two in contact with each other." So make sure you're letting those local contacts know what you do. And there are lots of different ways that you can do that. I always love the give and get, as I call it. And when we bought our first home in the Bay Area, when we moved from Los Angeles, my real estate agent gave us a little flyer, and we had a baby. And so it was tailored to us. But what she did was, and granted, I'm old, so this was in the days before you could find all of this stuff online, but it was just a list of kid-friendly restaurants, pediatricians in the area, local parks that we could go to. And every year she would send out an updated flyer. And I can't tell you how many years a version of that flyer was on our refrigerator. So it was just a great way for her to stay top of mind with us. But it was a great way for her to promote the vendors and service people who she works with. And by them knowing that she did this, they were more excited and willing to provide referrals to her as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One great little idea for lists, it's not really with those partners and vendors that we work with as much, but there's a list going around here at our office where it's restaurants where kids eat free. And
Oh, that's a great idea.
great idea for that. It's a hot list to get your hands on, but it goes to your give and get. It's something that people will keep, and you're right there, top of mind presence. But I love what you're talking about when you're talking about the partners and the vendors that we work with, because they in turn also turn around and refer you out to all of their client base as well.
Absolutely. And there are other fun little things that you can do. You can bring a little candy jar for them to have in their office. And then periodically you just stop by to say hello and you refill the candy jar. Obviously, if you're in a dentist's office, you want to make it sugarless, but there are lots of fun ways that you can just get your name out there and make it possible for these contacts to mention your name and be top of mind.
Right.
Another group to think about when you're doing referrals are organizations, associations, and groups. So these are, for example, I'm really involved in a couple of nonprofits in the Bay Area. So everybody knows what I do in that group, in my other job. When I'm not doing the nonprofit, they know that I work for a real estate technology company. Right. But whenever you are a part of a group, make sure they know who and what you do. And you can come up with different ways to support those organizations and groups, because honestly, people like working with people like themselves, people who have like interests and points of view. And if they know that you're also part of this nonprofit, they might reach out to you because they like what the nonprofit is doing, and then they want to work with someone who they know. You can do seminars and hold events, or even sponsor different events. So there's great ways to take advantage of those organizations and groups, places of worship, anything that you do in an organized fashion. Make sure that people know what you do within that group.
Right.
Then there's corporate relocation and partnerships. And I think sometimes agents get scared when they hear the word relocation, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a giant company. There are lots of smaller organizations that have people moving in and out of their organization, but they're not big enough to justify having an official relocation company. Well, you as an agent can be that source and be that real estate subject matter expert for that company. In the Bay Area, there's a small department store. They have, I think, 6 or 8 different stores throughout the Bay Area, and they're always moving their agents, their managers, to other parts of the Bay Area. Well, it can sometimes take 4 hours to get from one part of the Bay Area to the other. And so they're going to need to move, and they're going to need to find a real estate agent. So you can be the relocation expert for those types of companies or small universities, sometimes even Army bases or Navy bases, or some of the different bases can use and benefit from a real estate agent to help them. You can do lunch and learns, you can do evening pizza seminars. I know that sometimes agents will even have a cubicle on site, and they'll actually have on-site office hours so that employees can come and meet with them for any real estate needs they have. So look for those smaller companies, because it can truly be an added benefit that the company can provide to their employees.
Right. I talked to an agent this week who did that at a hospital.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the hospital didn't have that set up until they talked to them.
Yeah.
And, I think sometimes, a lot of people would think, oh, they already have that taken care of. So you never know which companies. You should try as many as you can because you never know which ones need that corporate relocation assistance.
Absolutely. Even
Right.
a lot of the elder care facilities now are
Right.
parts of nationwide chains. And I know with my mother-in-law, she was in one such facility, and there were probably 6 different executive directors who were, passing through that location as they were moving from one location to another, as they were being promoted or moved up or just transferred in and out. So look for those types of organizations that you can really be a resource to.
Right.
And what I think was interesting, especially with the elder care organization, is not only did the employees need real estate help, but so did the families of the patients. And think about the seminar that you could do in terms of, helping sell your parents' home or getting your parents' home ready for resale. There's lots of opportunities in some of these types of organizations to generate additional referral business. And then so be that referral resource in your marketplace. And don't be scared. Just go in and ask. And being part of a nationwide referral network means that you can help on every side of the transaction. So if you have someone moving into the area, now you're going to have a way to help someone moving out of the area as well. Let's talk about advertising and marketing and online and third-party leads. And we all know that these types of leads and referrals can sometimes be a fire hose of data and information and tons of people coming in through your door. And sometimes it's not the right piece of business for you. Sometimes it's someone who's looking in a different price point. Sometimes it's someone who's really looking for a property an hour or two away, but they don't know who to contact. So that's where referral opportunities are great to take advantage of these, because you don't necessarily have to just throw away that referral anymore that you're not going to work because you're not going to drive 2 hours. You can now refer it out and find another agent for them to work with. So think about different ways that you can make the most of those very expensive online leads that you're purchasing so that you're maximizing your ROI on your lead gen efforts.
Right.
All right. Now, I've talked a lot about generating referrals, but it's also looking at ways to not only get new referrals, but send out new referrals. And one of the things that my company does every year, we do a referral survey every year. And the most critical thing that agents say as to why they don't do more referrals and more outbound referral business is because they're afraid of the client experience that their client is going to have. Right. Are they going to be able to find a really good agent, or is that client going to be unhappy with who they've selected? And is it going to turn out to be a nightmare because the agent's not going to pay me, or then I'm going to have to go find a different agent? So what we do at Referral Exchange is we make that process really easy to manage and do. You can send out a referral in 5 minutes and have the peace of mind that you're going to have your client connected with 2 to 4 agents who are going to take care of them. And then we're also going to follow up throughout the process to make sure that it works.
And that's the exciting part, that's why this is an awesome announcement that you have up on the screen right here, because it is a lot of work when you want to take care of your customer to go find the agents in the different places that have the skill set or the local expertise, or sometimes you have a customer that they're a fly fisherman, they want to talk to somebody who likes to fly fish, right? Something as simple as that. But this what your company does is make it very easy for the agents, and it actually helps facilitate that. Mm-hmm. And so we're excited today to announce that we have a new referral network here at HomeSmart. Is that right?
Yes. And beginning next week, you're going to be able to start accessing it. So fill out your referral planner and come up with some referral opportunities. And then next week, when the service goes live, you'll be able to input referrals and start getting incremental business. You know, as the real estate market is starting to settle a little bit, you need to find additional sources of business, and expanding your referral business can do just that. And we're going to make it super easy for you.
Right.
So beginning next week, HomeSmart agents are going to be able to send and receive personal referrals to and from other HomeSmart agents throughout the country. And you can access the service directly through RealSmart Agent. I'll show you where in a minute.
Yep.
And then you'll also be able to utilize the Referral Exchange Network in non-HomeSmart markets. So if you have a client moving into an area where HomeSmart doesn't have a footprint yet, we will supplement with Referral Exchange agents, so they will be taken care of. So you can now help everyone in every populated zip code in the United States.
Now, what you said earlier, you were talking about going to a business and talking about helping them with relocation referrals anywhere in the country. And in the past, maybe it was, well, we didn't have HomeSmart offices in every single area of the country, but Referral Exchange really does. You have us covered wherever we don't. I'm not going to say you have every area covered, but you've got a phenomenal footprint. And you know, by all means, it goes from a HomeSmart agent to a HomeSmart agent where we have offices, but in those areas where we don't, this is a brand new opportunity for all of you agents to now be able to place those referrals and trust that they're going to be taken care of very well, because the Referral Exchange criteria to be an agent is strict, has excellent standards, and it's all about service to the customer. So I don't want to steal your thunder, but I just want to drive that point home about how it's really an expanded opportunity for everyone starting next week, right?
Absolutely. And basically what it means is that if you do refer someone out, you are going to get a 25% referral fee at closing. So you can be as involved or uninvolved in the process as you want to be. And I'll go through how it works a little bit as we get further down in the presentation. But basically, you go ahead and submit a referral. We will match it with 3 agents, handle the whole process for you, and then we'll pay you up to a 25% referral fee. We pay the broker. So depending on what you have set up with your broker and what your contract says, your broker may take his or her split, or they may just pass the full fee on to you, but you can receive up to a 25% referral fee. And then agents who receive the referral will pay a 30% referral fee. So if you submit a referral into the new network through HomeSmart, a HomeSmart agent who receives the referral will close it, and then they will pay a 30% referral fee. Referral Exchange keeps 5%, and then we pay the rest to the referring agent.
Right. Okay, so can you go back to that slide real quick? Just want to recap real quick. And also there are some questions coming in on the Q&A, but we have more slides to go through. So I kind of want to keep going through the rest of it, and then I'll come back. Everyone, I want to assure you that we'll answer all your questions. But basically how the program works, agents can send and receive referrals to HomeSmart agents. They have access to that through the RealSmart agent panel. We'll show them where to do that in a minute. They can also now place these referrals in areas where non-HomeSmart markets, where we maybe necessarily don't have an office yet. And then also, and so you explained the referral fees, and it's full service. You do handle all of the tracking, the processing, the referral agreements, everything. And you were talking about how easy it was earlier. It really is easy, correct? Right?
Correct. You can be as involved or uninvolved as you want to be. Right. Let me just quickly tell you a little bit about Referral Exchange for those of you who aren't familiar with who we are. So we've been in business since 2005. We started out on the consumer side, so consumers would come to us looking for the best agent with 3 agents and handle the whole process for them and make it easy. And we have about 160 employees. I think we're up to 163 at this point. Most of them are actually customer service and client service reps, all of whom are licensed agents. So when you're speaking with someone on the phone at Referral exchange, you're speaking to a licensed agent, and it's really important to us that the people on the phone understand what you're talking about and that clients understand that we get the business. And you're not speaking with someone in the middle of nowhere who doesn't know anything about the home buying or selling process. You're speaking with someone who actually has their real estate license. In 2018, we helped close over 15,000 transaction sides, made 250,000 agent client connections, and made over 3.5 million phone calls. So we have the systems in place. We always say that we're a people company supported by technology. So the technology makes it possible for us to really have that one-to-one agent client connection.
Right.
We have 25,000 agents in the network in every populated US zip code. Most of the agents have been in our network for over 5 years and have over 12 years industry experience. And we do have minimum requirements that the agents have to achieve in order to be in our network.
So wait a second, did you just say you have every zip code in the United States covered?
Yes.
So then you really do have every single pocket covered.
Yes. Everything from North
Right.
Pole, Alaska to chicken farms in Nebraska down to the Florida Keys and everywhere in between.
That's awesome. That's
I mean,
great.
there might be a mountain in Montana that we don't have covered, but we do have coverage in every US zip code.
Love it. Well, and earlier you were talking about how agents care about how their customers are taken care of. And that's
Right.
one of the things that they want to make sure that if their name is involved and they're referring someone, that their customer has an excellent experience. And that's why the bottom bullet point you have on the slide right now, your agent network is fully vetted. So in those areas where a HomeSmart agent is going to be placing a referral and it's going to go to a non-HomeSmart agent, those members have to have 5 years of experience, 12 years in the industry. Minimum requirements or that's the average, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, they have to have 3 years of industry experience and then 20 transactions or 5 million in sales in the last
right,
12 months.
but
Yeah.
right. And then the average though is 12 years in the industry and 5 years in the network.
Correct.
So
Correct.
very trusted agents that agents can trust.
Yeah. And, agents often ask why we match to more than one agent and why we feel so strongly about doing that. And we do it, and we'll do it with the HomeSmart agents as well. But the reason that we do it is not everyone is going to spark to everyone else. And if you're a client, you want to find an agent who you feel gets you. So it's very important for us to give clients an option. And what we have found is that if we give clients a couple of agents to choose from, they're more likely to pick one of those three than if we just gave them one, because this is the largest decision that many people will make. And they want to feel comfortable. So they want to feel like they're doing their homework. So even though it's really important to, when you do start receiving these referrals, to contact the prospect quickly, because oftentimes they'll just go with the first person name who they receive. They want to know that they have a choice of people to interview if they want. They want to have that sense of control.
Right. Okay.
So again, here's how it works. You input a referral. We will contact and match to the 3 best agents who fit their specific needs. And that's really important because we're not going to match a $250,000 first-time home buyer with an agent who only handles $600,000 listing properties. We really want to make sure that we're getting the best agent for the client based on what they need. Because if you think about it, you want that agent to work hard for that client. And so we want to make sure that we're matching clients to agents who it's the perfect fit. So we call it agent-client dating a little bit.
Love it. Okay, so real quick, I'm getting a question.
Yes.
Go back one real quick. So actually go forward one. So just the one where, yeah, right there. Okay, so does this work for all types of referrals, land, commercial, multifamily, investment, as well as residential?
So yes, with a caveat. So yes to land, yes to residential, yes to small commercial and small multifamily.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yep.
duplexes, fourplexes, but we're not going to do it for shopping malls
Okay.
or large commercial properties. We're primarily more residential focused.
Yes. Question, are there any referral exchange agents in the Phoenix area? So yes, there are. There
Mm-hmm.
are referral exchange agents in every zip code across the country, as you said, but also in the HomeSmart network. We do have HomeSmart agents in the referral network across the country as well. And yes, there are some in Phoenix, but they're also elsewhere in the country. One person asked, can we become a referral agent? So all HomeSmart agents can become a referral agent in the respect that this is all inside your Real Smart Agent panel, as Lisa is showing you right here. So all of you can go fill out a profile and begin to, place referrals and become a referral agent within the referral exchange system. Now, for other areas of the country or to become a referral exchange agent outside of the HomeSmart system, that's where those minimum requirements come into. But I don't want to steal your thunder. This is your show. You keep going. I was just trying to answer that question there real quick.
Of course.
Did I
So
answer that okay?
yes, you were perfect. So what we are doing is we are creating a HomeSmart to HomeSmart network. So this makes it possible now because we all know that HomeSmart agents, because I've met a ton of you, are all amazing and fabulous. So we want you to be able to connect with your peers without having to do a ton of work to do all the follow-up. So always know HomeSmart agents first, and then if only where there are no HomeSmart agents, or maybe there's only one and they're not really very close to where the client is moving to, we will supplement with referral exchange agents. So this is really a network for you, by you, to grow and make as successful as you want it to be. And we will do our best to always prioritize and match to the HomeSmart agents. So that's really critical and important. So the more business that you put into the network, the more opportunities you have to receive referrals as well.
Right.
Okay.
And we're going to be announcing this weekend at the Growth Summit that we're having here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So Sunday and Monday this week, Lisa, you're going to be at the event talking to all of our agents. You're going to be speaking there at the event. Thank you for doing that. And what you have up on the screen right here is our Real Smart Agent panel. It's the panel that all HomeSmart agents log into every day. And in the marketing section, which is right underneath the transactions button on the left-hand side of your panel, you'll notice when you click into marketing, the subset of marketing comes onto the left-hand panel. Right there where the mouse, where Lisa's going over the mouse over, it says referral exchange right there on the left. And you will click into that referral exchange and walk them through the rest of the process.
Absolutely. So when you log in, you'll accept the terms and conditions, and then you will see your profile page. And this is probably the most important page for you to complete quickly, because when we match you to a client, they're going to see this page, this information. So make sure some of your information is going to be automatically populated into the service.
Right.
And so your phone number, your name, some of your information will go ahead and already be there, but go in and update how long you've been in real estate, any designations, your education. Make sure you put a photo there. It's really an opportunity to create a virtual image of who you are, so that when we do match to a client, they can take a quick look and see who you are. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and update your profile. And then once you do that, you're going to go ahead and create a proposal, pick the zip codes that you want, any account settings, phone numbers, things like that. So you'll have the opportunity to just go through this profile and update it so that you'll be all set and ready to go. As soon as you do that, then you can go ahead and start submitting a personal referral. And really, it takes 5 minutes. We ask you a few questions, whether they're a buyer or seller, where they're looking, if they're looking in additional markets. And then we also ask you to put some notes about the client. We read every single one of those notes, and that's really helpful to us when we're matching to agents. Because sometimes you might have an older client who wants someone who's going to be really gentle with them, or you might want someone who's a super negotiator. So we want to know about those specific traits as to what those people want when we're matching to the agent. So you go ahead and you create the referral. It takes 5 minutes. As soon as we get the referral, we will start matching to agents. We will usually have matches in the majority of the cases within 2 hours, and oftentimes it's less. And you can be as involved as you want to be. You can select that the agents contact you first. If it's someone who you're really close to and you want to pick the agents on behalf of your clients, you can do that. Or you can say, just let me know when the transaction is done and send me a check. We make it really easy. We handle the whole process. We like speaking to our agents, so if you have any questions, please pick up the phone and call us. Once we do launch the service, we're going to be doing webinars. We'll have videos to really help walk you through the process and make it easy.
Perfect. Love it. Okay, so getting a quick question here. It says, is this available now to complete, or do we have to wait until next week? So
next week until it's launched.
Yes. So what we're doing is we're actually going to be launching it this weekend at the Growth Summit. I was just trying to type up the note here. So at our Growth Summit is when we're actually going to launch it, and we will let all of you know when it is live, but it will be live next week. So you're going to have to just wait just a few more days, but we wanted to let you all know how to do it, be the first to get in there, be ready to get in there and get your profile set up. But also, just you shared a lot of valuable information just today about how to build a referral business to get ready for the service that we are going to be launching next week. So
yeah, start building your referral pipeline now to get ready to go. And if you do have any questions, or if you do want to know the exact moment that it goes live, feel free to email me and we can shoot you out an email when the service is live and ready for you to input referrals.
Perfect. All
and
right.
Tell me your stories. We want to hear about your great referral stories.
Yes, please share those with Lisa and with us as well in the marketing department here at HomeSmart, because that's what we're about: sharing best practices and sharing stories of how things work, sharing great ideas. And so please do share those with Lisa, share those with us. I'm going to go through some other questions here, see if we have any more. One question, the slide says up to a 25% referral fee. What is the basis for determination of a fee?
So every once in a while, if you have a really low-priced buyer, for example, we might recommend that you take a lower referral fee on that, because it might be harder to find an agent who's going to accept that referral. And we'll recommend it, but you don't have to take that. So you can select a 15, 20 or 25% referral fee. It's up to you, but sometimes we'll recommend that you take a different fee just based on the nature of the property.
Right. If it's a very low priced home, I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Additionally, as you mentioned earlier, the reason it says up to a 25% referral fee is because the referral fee check does get cut to the broker, and it's depending on what everyone's ICA, independent contractor agreement, is with their broker. So that's
correct.
Worded that way. How does referralexchange.com get paid? So
what happens is We are paid usually through escrow, and the receiving agent pays us a 30% referral fee. We keep 5%, and then we send the check to the submitting agent's broker. So the checks to the broker will come from us.
Right. Awesome. So Lisa, this is great. I don't really see any other questions coming in here. Just as a note to everyone on the webinar, we did put the links up for everyone to download the referral planner, for everyone to download the 65 referral tips link. Also says, can I create referrals to find an agent to help without signing up to take referrals?
Yes, you can elect not to receive referrals. You can just submit referrals.
There you go.
Yeah, just let us know that you are not interested in receiving referrals. And we have a lot of agents who do that, actually. We have agents who are thinking about retiring, or they want to work part-time for whatever reason. So what they do is they just put the referrals into our network, and it makes it possible for them to still generate income without necessarily having to work full-time.
Yes. And last question here says, will referral exchange be a part of our back end? And my answer to that is yes, because you are inside the Real Smart Agent panel, and it is right there inside of our HomeSmart environment. You're in the Real Smart Agent panel. You're clicking on this link, and it facilitates the referral. So I would consider that, yes, part of our back end. You're a great partner. You've worked with us so hard to bring this to all of our HomeSmart agents. And again, Lisa, thank you and your team for doing this. And to all of you HomeSmart agents out there, we hope we're going to see you this weekend at our inaugural Growth Summit in Scottsdale here. And come meet Lisa.
Yep, I'll be there along with my team. So you'll meet a couple of folks who are going to be actually working on your business and handling your accounts. So
right.
Please stop by.
Yep, and that's a great opportunity to exchange business cards with all of these agents around the country. So when you get those referrals, you can go seek them out. So that actually leads me to a question. Yeah. Let's say I meet someone, and I don't want it to go to 3 random agents. I want it to go to a specific HomeSmart agent that I met in a city. Does the system facilitate for that?
Not really, although because we're going to find the best agent for that particular client's needs. So even though you've met an agent, they may not be the perfect agent for that specific client. So right. It really depends.
That's good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I think that's our final questions. And Lisa, again, thanks for being here. Someone did ask, is this being recorded? Yes, we have recorded it. We will repost this later. Someone said they missed some of the beginning section, so you will be able to go back and review and watch this later. But wow, I'm so excited though that we have this referral network, and all our agents can take advantage of this. So thank you all for being on the webinar here today, and we'll talk to you soon.